So just outside Shrewsbury there's a village called Uffington with a lovely local pub called Corbett Arms Hotel. Now there's been a ghost of a young girl who lingers in the attic with no record of how she died. But apparently she's been there for 150 years and she died in a tragic accident. And also there's a horseman who's also been witnessed just outside the pub. So down the road you've got Action, which has got a lovely hotel, Mitten and Mermaid, who was owned by Sir Jack Mitten, known as Mad Jack. He was very deranged and declared insane and also bankrupt. He was sent to a debtor's prison and died as a pauper. You can often see a funeral carriage going over Action Bridge, and he haunts the hotel, and so you may see him. So just down the road you've got the Dun Cow at Abbey Foregate. People have witnessed a Dutchman who fought in the Battle of Shrewsbury. People can hear his sword and his spears walking along the pub towards the stables. He was hanged outside as well. Also there's a monk as well who appears to be leaning over a cot or people sleeping. He's from Hammond Abbey. People feel that they're being watched and he's touching them, and they can also hear footsteps, but he seems to be friendly. So now we come to Shrewsbury town. Now just at the bottom where Tanner's is used to be a hotel or an inn called Unicorn, where a cat has been witnessed. It gets startled when there's a door open and disappears into a door. So now we're in Walcop. Up the road there's an inn called Nag's Head from 17th century. From then there's been a painting, a curse painting, which has now been locked in a cupboard. Now people have said it's the Old Testament, but it's got a creepy face. Anyway, so the first death was a coachman in the 18th century who got drunk and retired to bed and made fun of the painting. Next day he was hanged, and then a couple of years later a woman did the same. She made fun of the painting and she's dead the next day. And then another suicide of a woman who saw the painting and threw herself out of the window. And another suicide was an army officer from World War II who shot himself with his own pistol. So this painting is just horrific and anything bad happens. So across the road you've got Line Hotel. Now there was an inn on the site in 14th century. The building now dates back to 18th century. In the cellar it is home to ghosts, and there's a military man who sits in the main lounge that's been witnessed. May see a ghost of an old lady in the ballroom. She's often near a staircase where she's waiting for someone, and occasionally she glances along the room as if she's seeking a face in the crowd, then turns and walks down the stairs into the entrance hall. Now going across to High Street, we've got Wheatsheaf. So a little boy moves glasses, which has been seen, and a grey lady walking down stairs and vanishing through a doorway. Also a presence of a ghost named Bad Tom. The temperature drops, and apparently he locks staff in the storeroom. So if the road, we've got the old post office in Milk Street. So we have Lavender Sally, who's been witnessed in the courtyard. A young girl who sells nosegays to help fend off the stench of horse dung and sweaty passengers. And then we have the clanging of a hammer on an anvil from the local blacksmith who can be heard. And then we have a young girl who was murdered by an unknown assailant and dumped in the cellar. So across the road you've got the Golden Cross opposite Old St. Chad's. It dates back to 14th century, and back then it's attached to Old St. Chad's by an enclosed gantry for the monks to pray. Guests have often declared that they can feel a presence, especially in the bedrooms and dining rooms. Also, the monks do have a sense of humour as they move furniture. So as we're going to College Hill, we've got Admiral Benbow. Outside the pub is the Admiral Benbow in his military uniform, who just loiters by and scares people. So up to St. Mary's, we've got the Yorkshire House, where an evil monk is seen muttering into his head, and there's just a presence like cold spot. So as we go to Butcher Row, we've got the most haunted hotel in Shrewsbury, the Prince Rupert. What's been witnessed is phantom of a young lady or bride who committed suicide by hanging herself on the wooden beam. You can often see the dangling of a thin piece of string from the beam, and also a bridegroom who is looking in the bedrooms for his bride who jilted him at the wedding. And also the corridors on the upper floor is haunted by an elderly man in a long gown with who just potters about searching for his room with a lit candle. During renovation, they uncovered some floorboards and discovered a skeleton. Now, it may be believed it's Martha who was a maid there, and she does haunt the staircase and also the cellars with an angry man. So as we go down to shop latch, we've got a hole in the wall. So what we witness here is a young girl called Lady Sarah who met with a lover in the stables and got caught by her parents, and they shoved her down the cellars and starved her to death. So now she just haunts the pub, which people have witnessed. So next we go down to Model, which is the King's Head. So what we notice here is cold spots in bedrooms and an entity who likes to move objects in the bar area, but he's a much warmer spot. So the last pub that I know of is the Buck's Head, which is Frankel. So the Great Plague really got to this pub, and the witness of a ghost, screaming children, and an apparition of a feverishly man washing his hands to get rid of his infection. So that's it, guys. If you know of any haunted inns or hotels, just write me a comment. Or if you've witnessed anything. Thank you very much for watching and listening.